Good morning. It's Kate Denning here, and we're going live on the Spiritual Events Directory page. And I'm from the Rendezvous Tea Room at Woollongabba. And today I've got a few things that I want to show you, that I want to talk to you about. So I will be moving the camera around, so I'm hoping that that's going to work out for us. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come on board, and I'm still sorting out all my stuff here. I've decided I'm reading from the reading room today. Hi Nettie. So yeah, I'm in the reading room because last week I was in the shop and we actually open up at 10 o'clock, so it wasn't very good timing. So I had people walking in, I had people sitting around me, and so in the reading room today, so hopefully we'll have a bit more peace and quiet and we won't be disturbed. I know we won't be for at least the next half an hour. Hi Zena. Now last week we were talking about E squared and about positive thinking. Hi there Fiona. And something that I heard about this week, so I want us to really think about what it is that we put out there, what we say to other people, okay, and how damaging our words can actually be, okay, and they can last, a lifetime. So we need to be really careful of what we say to people and even what we think, okay. So last week I showed you an experiment that I had started with rice, and I got it from the same guy that did the thing with the ice, the crystals, and saying positive words of love. And then what would happen when we talked about like when we projected hate and negativity. So the results of that have been pretty amazing, and you just think, if that's going to happen with rice, what happens inside our bodies? Now, I remember years ago, and it's a bit hard to forget, that back in 2010 I ended up really sick, and I did have a horrible boss, and every day when I went into the office, I would be dreading going in there. What was her behaviour going to be like that day? She would be on top of you all the time. What do you call it? Micromanagement. And hi Jen. I'll be doing some readings at the end, okay? So the micromanagement, and she would be constantly watching you, and 3 days of the 5 we would be out on the road, and I actually loved what I did, but that 5 o'clock phone call every day, and most times I made my target, but she'd still be down the other end of the phone swearing her head off, why didn't you do more? And she was just horrible, to the point where I'd be driving into work and I'd literally be holding my stomach, the cramps, and wanting to, holding back. I felt like I was going to vomit all the time. And I ended up really, really sick, and it nearly did kill me. And just looking at the rice and the effects of what we say was quite realizing, what was actually happening within my body. Now, a friend of mine this week a couple of weeks ago, was told that she would never amount to anything, because at her age, if she wasn't anywhere in this business now, she wouldn't get anywhere. She is absolutely fantastic. And you look at people like, Louise Hayes. She is incredible. She died 2 years ago, and she had a great life. But before she was 55, a lot of people don't realise that she was actually destitute, and she didn't have much to live for at all. Then she ended up with breast cancer, and she cured herself of breast cancer through the power of positive thought. And she would teach people how to do that. And with that, she then she's like the grandmother of this industry. And she ended up publishing her works and looking into the body and the emotional effects. So looking at the disease and what causes that disease, okay? So again, I want you to remember that it doesn't matter how old you are. When you've started your journey, Louise Hayes was in her 50s. Wayne Dyer, he was in his 50s too. And look at where they became. Like, they are the grandparents of this industry, and they have helped so many people. So there's no reason why you can't do it, okay? Don't go listening to other people. Do what's in your heart. Follow your own gut, okay? Stop putting yourself down and just know that you can do it. So I'm going to take you for a little bit of a walk now through the tea room, and I'll show you the rice. Excuse this, I'm going to turn this around in a tick. So just walking out of here, and we'll just come through here, and I need to turn this camera around. Okay, now just let that focus. Oh, what's happened there? We still there? Sorry about that. So this one here, this is the one that we wrote on here, I love you. So every morning when I come in here, I say, I love you. Okay, now you can see this has been sitting around for a week, and it's looking a bit moldy, and we've put some water in there, okay? Because water is, we've like 80-90% water in our bodies. And we know with the moon, with the tides, that we're affected by the phases of the moon, just like the water is. Now this one here, I've totally ignored this one, okay? So you can see that there's a little bit on there. Now we go to this one here where we say, I hate you. And I did have some upsets this week, so I was putting it into this one here. And I got a bit of sad news. I think it was on Tuesday. So I just went up to this rice, and it's like, I'm so sad. I hate you. And you can see how much more mold has come up in that one there. Okay. Oh, now I'll just show you some products here. We'll quickly have a look at some products in the room. We've got these beautiful candles here that my friend Lorraine has made with soy candles and all different fragrances on there. We have got my first tarot, so I will be doing a reading from those soon, okay? And then let's just go for a walk up here. Oh, look, here's my friend Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Tanya's here doing readings today, and we've just got this new collection here from Carly. She's brought them in. So we've got a lavender detox foot soak, and then we have got our vanilla latte body scrubs. Protection is always great, keeping that on you. And then we've got here bug bite balm. So come in here and have a look at some of our products. I'll take you back to the room now, and then I'll try and catch up with what everyone's been writing. So every week I work with the book E Squared with our ladies at, oh, we better turn that around, sorry. In our meditation group. And I haven't looked at what we're doing in experiment 7, but that was from experiment 6 from the book E Squared. Okay. What have we got here? Quantum biotherapy. Hang on, scroll that down. Works similar, amazing, and it helps me. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it, Emma? Can totally relate to the physical sick, being around toxic people. I've had to separate myself from several toxic people. I was so sick from them. Okay, that's from Natty. Yeah. And like even in this shop, you know, in this spiritual realm, we still have people that come in here and they can be quite toxic and negative. And occasionally I have had to ask people to leave, and it's not a nice experience. But you know, I want to make it nice for everyone else. So, Jen, I'm situated in Woollongabba, which is near South Bank, just near the Mater Hospital. So if you come down, I'm in Stanley Street. So if you come down Stanley Street and you've got the Gabba on the right-hand side, then you drive past Main Road, which is the one that takes you over the Story Bridge. And I am just a block past there. You'll see the big building with the Coles in there. And I'm the next block. Parking, you can park in the Coles car park for up to 3 hours free. And there's also street parking, but you do have to pay for it. So what we've had on here this week is last night I had a palmistry class, and we talked about the major lines last night and the shapes of the hands. So I teach palmistry, I teach tea leaf reading, crystal ball reading, and I also teach tarot. So we had a wonderful night last night. Feeling a little bit tired. I didn't get home until about 11:30. Hi Marina, hi Elsie, and oh, hi Donna, how are you? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read what we've got for experiment 7, okay? Experiment 6 was with the rice. And this little book is great. You've got more detail in the bigger book. But I love this little book because you can just carry that around with you. And you don't have to follow it, you know, chapter by chapter. But what you can do is just pull it out and maybe just open it up and see which one is going to suit you for the day. So this one here, Pam Grout calls it the Jenny Craig Principle. Okay. South Australia? No, I'm in Brisbane, in Queensland. Okay. Okay, so the Jenny Craig Principle. Your thoughts and consciousness provide the scaffolding for your physical body. So the environment in which you live responds to your thoughts and your consciousness. To prove this in a very observable fashion, you're going to use your bathroom scales. Yes, this is an experiment where you offer your body up to science. But don't worry, it's just for 3 days. And the end result is something 90% of us, at least according to a study at Cornwall University, are actively trying to do anyway. Lose weight. For those 2 or 3 lucky devils who are hoping to gain weight, well, you can expect an increase in your health and your vitality. Your food, like everything else in the world, is infused with energy, and by working with it instead of fighting against it, as most of us do in our obsession to lose weight, you'll easily drop a pound without changing a single thing. So you can see by the rice that I just showed you, by the words, how that can actually affect your food as well too. So the specific premise for this experiment is that the energy provided by your food is affected by what you say and what you think. Those items on your dinner plate are not static lumps of nutrition, but rather morsels of dynamic energy that eavesdrop on every one of your intentions. And while nutritionists can't exactly quantify your thoughts to include them on food labels, they probably should if they want to make an accurate assessment of what you can on your pork and your beans, or the package of pasta, means to your health. The energy of your thoughts is being ingested right along with the calcium and the vitamin D. So think about it. How many times have you said or thought something like, I have slow metabolism. It's really hard for me to lose weight. I just look at a piece of chocolate cake and I gain weight. What you think and say about yourself, your body, and your food is the hinge upon which your health turns. Counting calories and fat grams with religious zig or whatever, I'm sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing words, may be the main obstacle between you and your ideal weight. Okay. When Alan Finger, a now famous yoga teacher, was in his teens, he lost 100 pounds in, and are you sitting down, 1 month. His father, Manny Finger, went to India to study with gurus and brought back a powerful yogic breathing program that he taught his overweight son. Within a month of using the breathing exercise, a powerful tool for moving energy, Alan dropped 100 pounds. I know what you're thinking, that it's impossible, that it can't be done. What do you have to lose by believing it's possible? In this experiment, you're going to give up your ongoing grudge against the food you eat. You're going to think of every single morsel that enters your body as your best friend, or at least a thoroughly nourishing acquaintance. Because feeling guilty about food is such an ingrained habit, this might feel completely unnatural. That's why this experiment takes 72 hours rather than the 48 hours of most of the other experiments. So during this experiment, you're going to do the following. Refrain from talking smack about your body. If possible, refrain from negative or any kind. Before you put anything into your body, send it loving thoughts. Put your hands over it and give it a blessing. Concentrate on infusing your food with love, joy, and peace. That's it. Weigh yourself the day you start, and again 3 days later. So the theory is your thoughts and your consciousness provide the scaffolding for your physical body. The question is, does what I think affect my environment, especially the food I take into my body? And the hypothesis, if my thoughts and my consciousness are in a continuous dance with my environment, the food I eat can't help but be affected by my thoughts. By changing what I think about what I say to my food, I will be healthier, and for the sake of this experiment, lose at least 1 pound. So the time is required 72 hours, and you're going to write down the date that you've started, record your weight, and then in 3 days later, you're going to do the same thing. So you're not going to change a single thing about your diet. In fact, what you eat should be a non-issue during the time period of this experiment. However, every time you do eat something, the next 3 days, whatever your morning over easy eggs or afternoon slice of co-worker's birthday cake, deliberately and consciously send the food positive, loving thoughts before you ingest it. Think it from the nourishing you are expecting to contribute to a betterment of your body. So that's experiment 7 for this week from E Cubed. Now you can go onto my page, Magical Blessings, and ask to become a member on there. And I've got different things on there, positive thoughts, people reading from the E Squared book and the magic, and just scroll down to the bottom and start from there. So this is going to help change the way you think. And it's incredibly amazing with actually what can happen in your life when you start doing that. So I've been working with this pretty full on since July last year, and I have had a lot of big changes in my life, and even the things that happen around me that aren't so good, I'm not taking them badly either. I seem to sort of go through life a lot easier. Now you think about it, when we were younger, not so much with you young ones now, but I'm at 55 this year, and when I was a child, we'd sit down at the table and we would give thanks for our food, and everyone would sit down and they would enjoy their meal. And now we think when we eat our meal, we are mindless about what we're eating. We'll eat on the run. We'll sit down at the couch and we'll be watching TV and not thinking about what we're putting into our body. I want you to think about where the food has come from, okay? From the garden, from the farms, and growing, from the stage of it growing to the transport to going to the supermarkets for us. Like, how lucky are we that we have got all of this that happens now, where we don't have to grow it ourselves anymore. We don't have to peel our own peas. So much of the food is prepared for us. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people that are in these places that prepare the food might be feeling sad about their lives, feeling a bit low. And all that energy is going into our food. And this is why we need to put love back into our food. I usually have a bottle on me and it's got all the magical words. I don't have it on this bottle, but I usually put stickers on here that says, I love you, and gratitude, and magical blessings, and abundance. So that is infused into the water. So when I'm drinking it, I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling healthier. And, I was told that I would never work again and I would be on a disability pension for the rest of my life. And through the power of positive thought, I have pulled myself through that. I did have a bout of Crohn's the other day because I had allowed something to upset me. But once I sorted that out, I was back on the road to recovery again. Now, I also do take medical cannabis oil, and I don't have to take any of the other horrible medication that the doctors had put me on, which nearly killed me as well too. They're really toxic. They're cancer causing, the drugs that I'd been given, because they were trialing out like drugs for leukemia on me because they don't know how to treat Crohn's. So medical cannabis oil, it is a herb. It is wonderful. If you have got anything wrong with you and you've used all, you've gone through the doctors and you've tried out a whole lot of different things and it's not working for you, go down to the Hemp Embassy and speak to them down there, or send them an email, and they will tell you if the cannabis oil will help your problems, okay? I've been watching, Sunday night, and they had Peter Evans on there, and he was talking about the benefits of medical cannabis oil, and Olivia Newton-John, with her breast cancer, and, that has come back. And her husband is a herbalist, I think, and he makes the medical cannabis oil for her. So check it out, okay? Go online, do some research and see if it can help you in any way, because I find it absolutely marvelous. Okay, now what have I got coming up here? Just thinking on the 21st of August will be another palmistry class, and we will be looking at the minor lines and what that means. Palmistry is wonderful. Now, for those that do readings, you know, when you're doing a reading, you've got your cards out and you come across those people that can just put that wall up and you just can't get through. Excuse me. When you look at their palms, palms is a map of your life. It's amazing what you can pick up on the palms. Yeah, there's a psychiatrist, Richard Unger, and he looks at the fingerprints and it tells you about your personalities, your weaknesses and your strengths. So he can suggest to you what it is that you actually need to be working with to find your purpose in life. The shapes of the hands mean a lot. You can pick up different things like DNA stuff on the hand. Your lines, your lifeline shows where you are in your life. You can actually date things on that. So things that are coming up, we can see it on our lifeline. Even if there's an underlying illness, it can show on your hands before you actually feel it anywhere else in your body. Your nails, if your nails are looking terrible, and not because you've taken off your acrylic nails, but they're just not healthy, that is one of the first signs that you need to go to the doctors and get it checked up, okay? I'd like to tap my cup or plate with my pendant to resonate with my energy field. I'm not quite too sure if I understand that. Sorry, Karen. But yeah, you can type in a little bit more and explain it. Yeah, so I'll be teaching another palmistry class on the 21st of August. We've got the full moon next week, so if you want to come along for the full moon meditation, we would love to see you. What else have I got coming up? Just quickly go through my book, sorry. Tuesdays are meditation. Meditation class starts at 7 o'clock and goes to about 9 o'clock. We work with manifesting. So this is a great book to use to manifest as well too. So looking at like the way we think and what we say can definitely tap into bringing abundance into our lives and making us happy as well too. So Lynn's on holiday in Caloundra. Oh, it's beautiful up there. My mother-in-law lives at Pelican Waters. Yeah, beautiful place up there. Before you eat or drink your food. So I'm guessing that you're tapping your cup and clearing the field or energizing it. I think that's what you mean. Okay, I'll be pulling out some cards after Annette. And today we're going to be working with my first tarot. I won't do a tea leaf reading today, but I love doing my tea leaf reading. Oh, that's what I'll talk about, my book. Okay, let's get rid of that. This one here is the A to Z of tea leaf reading. So I have only just had this published in March this year. It's been self-published. You can get it here at the Rendezvous Tea Room. You can get it at Eclectica and Minnie and Rose and down at Chameleon New Age Salon, which is down Surface Paradise. Oh, and next Thursday, I think it is, the 22nd, or that's the following Thursday, I will be running a tea leaf reading class down at Chameleon New Age Salon, and then at the end of the month I'll be doing a tarot workshop at Minnie and Rose in Contaft, I think you pronounce it. So I started writing this book many years ago, and when you get it, you have to buy my book, okay? At the back is a bit about synchronicities, okay? And it's about what you think about comes about. And I had 2 strokes, so I wanted to start writing things down. And when I started writing things down, happened to be on the 10th of the 11th. So a magical day, and I had done one of my very first tea leaf readings that day on myself, and I had heard about this guy Luke Quadrelli at the Rendezvous tea room, and I wanted to come down and meet him, and I did in 2013, not long after I started writing about synchronicities. And anyway, I ended up working here, and now I'm the owner. So this is under new management here because Luke passed away on the 9th of May, for those that don't know. And it's a tragic accident on the lime green scooter here in Brisbane. So I'm now looking after the Rendezvous tea room and keeping his dream alive for him. And it was just so funny that I would write a book about the tea houses here in Brisbane and the history on the tea houses, and write about Luke Quadrelli. So in the beginning of the book, this is the interview that I did with Luke back in November last year. And then I've got all the information in here about where the tea rooms used to be in Brisbane. And there's the old Rendezvous tea room, which was in the Penny's Arcade. And then Luke reopened it here. So I've got some great pictures in here of readings that I've done. This one here, you can see there is a horse there. They've got people cheering. You turn that on the side and it looks like a boat. And I thought that was like an Egyptian boat, and I could see in the, what do you call it, in the dust, in the tea leaf dust, pyramids. And that was a horse called Egyptian Symbol, which was in a race 2 weeks later and came first. So I've got like all the different meanings in here. So depending on what the symbol is, you just go to that page. It's in alphabetical order, and then you can find what that means. Okay, now I might start doing some readings now. So I'll go back to the beginning, sorry, and see who I've got there. So Jen, are you still there? I shall do a reading for you with these cards here, my first tarot. Okay, so these cards here were created by a lady named Eleanor Hammond, and she passed away this year as well too, of breast cancer. Now I met her around about the same time I met Luke, and I met her at the Mind Body Spirit Expo and came across these cards. They are incredible. We have got there 8 different meanings on one card, and then we've got the meaning of the card up the top. Okay, now these retail for $55. It is a great way to learn how to read the tarot. Okay, now we've got the Chariot here. So for Jen, we've got the Chariot, which is about success. It's about travel, and I'm going to read the bottom right hand area, which is what's coming up for you in the future, which says you're getting bigger and better and stronger every day. Life is becoming easier for you. Physical travel with inner healing. Okay, so I hope that resonates with you. Excuse me. Now, who else have we got? Janelle. Okay, Janelle, let's see what I've got for you. Hoping that you're still there. I've just scrolled up to the top of the page again. Now, Janelle, for you, we have got the Strength card. Okay, now the strength is about recommitment to the people around you. Try again and renewing contract, but it's about harnessing universal energy. Okay, now for you, I'm going to read bottom left hand corner. Okay, And this is the advice by your guides. So you need to either change your career to be closer to nature, or you need to start gently standing up for yourself. Okay? So with these cards, each area, like your Celtic cross, top left is all about you. Now, if you wanted to find out about what somebody thought of you, or you wanted to find out about somebody else, you would read the top left box. The top right box is your distant past. Then we've got your recent past. This is what's happening now. So that's the second one down on the right. Then the third one down on the left is what's coming up. So you'll feel those energies coming up. The third one down on the right is what is happening around you. So it's not necessarily about you, but it still affects you, okay? The bottom left one is the advice by your guides, and then the bottom right one is what's coming up for you, okay? All right, who have we got next? Elsie. Okay, Elsie, let's see what I've got for you. Okay. Oh, you've got 2 cards. Okay, you've got the Strength as well too. Okay. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So the Strength is about what you've been through in the past that has made who you are now, okay? So without some of the things that have happened to us, it wouldn't have made who we are. It's like I have done so many things along the way in my life. And I've been married a few times, and I have a wonderful husband now. But you know, if we can't look at what's happened in the past as regrets, because it has made who we are. Now, if I looked at what, you know, the marriages that were bad from the past, you know, without that marriage, I wouldn't have the children that I've got now. So I feel so blessed that I've actually been through that. Yes, it might have been a horrible time in my life, but I'm blessed that I've got these beautiful children and grandchildren as well too. So that's where we get our strength from as well, okay? So it's saying you are strong enough to deal with whatever situation or event others have. You are the protector of others. Then you've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in, so things are about to change for you. Now, the meaning of the card itself is what goes around comes around. It's about new opportunities coming up for you. And then we'll go down and I shall read. Let's see what's happening around you now. So this is like the energies that you're going to feel. So there are opportunities to improve your environment. Move forward with fresh relationships. So I hope that helps you, Elsie. Okay. Not too sure if that message is for me or not. How do I get the comments off? I don't know. I can't even see myself on here, because what I'm doing is where my head is, I'm looking at all the comments that are coming through. Okay, so I've read for Elsie. Okay, Karen would love some guidance. We lost my youngest son's father last week. Such a wave of emotions. Oh, I am so sorry, Karen. Okay. All right, let's just see what's coming in for you. Okay. You're the decision maker who has clear sense of right from wrong. You can assist others with major decisions. You defend and you protect. So this is about you protecting your children, okay? It's showing legal paperwork that needs to be sorted out with you as well too, and decisions that need to be made. So this is definitely a life-changing thing that's coming up for you. So that's what's showing. We've got the Justice card for you as well too. Okay. The way you've written that, I'm thinking that you're not together anymore with, you hadn't been with his father. Now, I'm going to say, when I lost my biological father when I was 17, and mum and dad, they weren't together at that stage. My mum had remarried when I was 10 years old, and we were sort of left on our own, and we didn't have that support there. And as a 17-year-old, it was really hard, and I went through about 2 years of just, I suppose, rebelling. I was drunk all the time, and my father would come through as well too. And this was when my spirituality had heightened as well too, and it was really hard for me because I didn't really understand what was going on, because spirituality wasn't a part of our family. We didn't talk about it, and I didn't talk about it because I was ridiculed and I was called spooky. But my father used to be around me all the time, whether he was in my dreams or during the day. I would see him, or he would be in my head speaking to me, and I thought I was going crazy, and I had no one there to actually help me. So I think it's really important that you're there to just listen to your son, to talk to him, and this is a message for everyone too. You know, you might not have had a good relationship with the partner or with their father, but I've got this rule in my house where you are not to say anything bad about the partner, about the child's father, because it's still their blood. They love them, and you know, words hurt. So the best thing you can do is to be there and support him through this hard stage of his life. And yeah, you're going to go through so many different things, and it's different for everybody as well too. So I wish you all the best, Karen, with your son and yourself, and I'm so sorry about your loss. But all you can do is just to be there for each other and support each other, okay? All right. What have we got here? Oh, Tanya, wish there were places like this in Western Australia. Oh, you'll have to come out here and visit us here in Brisbane. I do want to go around one sometime, promoting my book and running tea leaf reading classes. So once I've sort of got the shop up and established, and more people working here, I hope to actually do some travel with it. So keep an eye out on my page, the Rendezvous Tea Room, or the Spiritual Realm with Kate Denning, and I might come out that way. I've never been to Western Australia and would really love to go there. Okay. Okay, have I done one for Wendy yet? Actually, I want to go back to Karen for a tick, because I've got another deck of cards here too, and it's about relationships, and then I'll go to Wendy, okay? But just in case, Wendy, this might even be for you. So these are my first relationship cards. Now, we can use these for anyone. It can be questions about our friends, our lovers, our partners, our parents, our siblings, okay? They're absolutely fantastic. Okay, so this one is for Karen, okay? again, it's about contracts, okay? It's the devil. So the devil is about binding contracts. It's about checking paperwork, and what have we got? A love plan will become set in stone. Marriage, divorce, baby, or a home. So you are not trapped by love. If you want more commitment, be patient. But this is about soul contracts as well too. Okay, so we've got that one there, and I don't know if that one resonated with you as well too, Wendy, but I shall get another one out from this deck. So this one here is to do with pretty much anything in your life, whereas the relationships are about the people that are around you. So for Wendy, we have got the Two of Staves. So when I think about the card with the Two of Staves, we've got someone, like with the picture cards, we've got someone that's looking out to the horizons. They're looking at traveling. Okay, it's time to make long-term plans. There are two paths to choose from. Make a decision and follow through. This can be about relatives and relationships, and it's about choosing to be happy. So the twos are about, you know, you've got two different paths to choose from. It's looking out to the horizons, okay? So you've got a choice, and you can do what it is that you want to do, okay? You're coming to the fork in life's road. There are more decisions to be made, but not yet. Relax for a while. Plans to be made soon. Okay. All right. What else have we got? Annette. Okay. Has anyone got the time?
20 past 10.
Oh, thanks, Tanya. I'm not too sure if there's another show after me, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going over time. Okay, Annette, I have got the Six of Staves for you. That's about celebrations with work, celebrations in your life. That's about things that are starting to go right for you. So you're on the right track. It's about being successful, okay? Striving for victory. It's about motivation, okay? You're heading towards a time of rewards and recognition, success and victory over others, easily achieving victory and the mighty hero. So congratulations. So if things have been a little bit hard, you... oh, thanks. Sorry, I was just laughing at someone saying, I love your hair. So, that's about doing well. So if you haven't been, if you've been struggling lately, that's looking really good for you, Annette. Okay, Marina, is that how I pronounce it? Okay. I want to grab this one. This one was sticking out. Oh, Marina, you have got the Sun, okay? The Sun is our yes card, okay? So if you're asking the tarot a question and you want a straight yes or a no, the Sun is your yes card. And the Two of Swords, I see it as the no card, okay? So the Sun is love situations brighten, happiness, love, teamwork, and joyfulness. You're seen as a warm, loving, bright, and glowing, beautiful person. Be kind, okay? So that's the Sun card. Now, I was reading the top left-hand corner, which is all about you, okay? Then it's saying like your distant past, which is your top right-hand corner. So you felt the power of love fill your heart. Remember, love warms. Now, I want to say too with that, whenever you're feeling down, okay, and you need a bit of a pickup and nothing's going right in your life, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about a beautiful event in the past. picture the people that are around you, the scenery around you. Remember how you felt, okay? And bring those feelings back into your body. This is really going to help pick your energies up, okay? Playing beautiful music in the morning, raising your vibrations, happy music. My latest one that I've been playing is, I think it's called A Million Dreams by Pink. Okay, that is just beautiful, and it's also my phone ring as well too. Another one that I used to play all the time was Black Eyed Peas, and tonight's going to be a great night. So you play these, you know, your favourite songs up loud. Now they've got to be positive, okay? And it's got to have a nice beat, but it helps raise your vibrations. So it's a great way to actually start the morning off by playing that, dancing around the house before you leave, before you go and do anything, before you even have your breakfast. Okay, you'll find it in, I think it's in the E Cubed by Pam Grout, and she actually has a list of about 7 or 8 songs in there. So if you have trouble choosing one yourself, go through her list and record those songs and play them every day. Honestly, like when you do that and you do it every single morning, you will find yourself getting better and better and handling things better and sleeping better, okay? So I hope that has helped. And that also would say, like with the relationships, that things are looking really good as well too. Now, what have I got here? Zena. Okay, I'll do 2 more, and then I think that would be it for us for this week. So I can let the next person come on. So Zena, you have got the 7 of Swords. Be hopeful and plan ahead. Love can heal, and holidays and honeymoon, okay? So look forward with joy and hope, and others will too. Trust your heart. So you're the type of person, you give hope, courage, and loving support to everyone around you. Okay, we'll go back to this deck. Next week, I'll pull out the tea leaves, okay, and we'll do some tea leaf readings. Okay, Joanne. You've got the Justice card as well too. So, all about paperwork. Colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me. I was wondering what would happen if my phone rang. I was thinking because I was on live that maybe it wouldn't work, but it just did, so I hope that didn't disturb anyone. I'm not too sure, but is there a court case around you? Having to finalise things and get your paperwork sorted out. Now we're also at the end of the financial year too, so it could have to do with getting your taxes done, which reminds me I need to do that. I am way behind. Okay, so that's all the reading for today. Next week we will do some tea leaf reading, and I'll give you a bit of, I'll show you too how you can actually do tea leaf reading for yourself. Get my A to Z, the A to Z of tea leaf reading. The book is $20. If you want it posted to you, it's $10. So just send me a message here, okay? Or you can come and see me at the Rendezvous Tea Room at Woollongabba. Then we have got My First Tarot. You don't have to pull out the book to read what it means. You saw how easy it was when I was doing these cards. Okay, and it costs $13 to post these anywhere in Australia with the tracking, okay? So if you're interested in those, give me a call. And do yourself a favour. Get the E Squared book and follow that. If life is not... if like you're not doing well in life at the moment and you're needing a bit of motivation and change the way you think, this is absolutely brilliant. And you can go onto my page, Magical Blessings, and ask to join the group there. This book is $26. Okay. Did I have anything else to tell you? Meditation next Tuesday. Full moon meditation workshop is next Thursday the 15th. So just go and check out my page, the Rendezvous Tea Room, the one that's open. There is another Rendezvous Tea Room page, but I haven't got the password for that yet. Anyway, I hope you all have a magical week. Come and see me here at the Rendezvous Tea Room and have a cup of tea and a tea leaf.